Do you want to know why most ops professionals struggle when it comes to getting premium clients, those high ticket clients that you really are looking for? Have seen this time and time again. And we have a client that we've been working with, and they are one of our like top clients. They have all the certifications that you can think of. And she has like all these different accolades that she can talk about, but she is not getting those high ticket clients. And it's because she needed this one mindset shift. And once she had this mindset shift, it really changed everything for her. She was able to get three $5,000 a month clients just by doing this one thing. And it's probably something that you don't think about because it's something that is overlooked, but it is the fastest way to build unshakable confidence and attract those premium clients. So we are going to go through what that is. The first thing is there is this hidden barrier when you're first getting started. We think that it's because we don't have the right skills or we don't know enough. Really, it's this confidence paradox. This is the thing that's holding people back. You know a lot of things. You know more than you think you do because our gifts, our talents, our strengths, all the things that we're really, really good at, because we are good at it and they become very natural to us, we don't see it as a superpower. That's why we talk about imposter syndrome, and I want you to start thinking about like what makes you an amazing person and what would make you amazing to someone else's business. And when you start thinking through that, you're going to start realizing what some of your superpowers are. When you start realizing that, the next thing to realize is sometimes it's really hard to do things for yourself. It's way easier to do it for somebody else. And so, what we tell people to do is to be your own first client. What does that mean? Well, if you can do something for yourself, you are going to get all of the ins and outs all worked out. You're going to know how things actually are going to happen. You're going to know how things are all going to be mapped out. And you also are going to get results. And those are the things that you need to build up this confidence. When you have confidence in yourself, it's much, much easier to attract those high ticket clients. When you don't have confidence in yourself, it's much harder. And one of the things that is very across the board. It doesn't matter if you are like what industry you're in. You see this mostly in sales. So if you're doing sales calls, this is going to show up big time, but it shows up in your marketing. It shows up the way that you show up on social media, and it's called the mirror principle. So whatever you're feeling, you are going to mirror that back, or someone else is going to mirror that back to you. And I find this, it's so fascinating. I've listened to hundreds and hundreds of sales calls, and I can tell what the salesperson is struggling with, if they're struggling with abundance mindset, or if they're struggling with confidence or belief in a program or whatever it is, that gets mirrored to the person on the other side. So if you are doing discovery calls and you're like, every time I keep getting the same objection, if you keep getting that same objection, it's probably because that's something that you need to deal with in your life first. And this is why we want to be our own first client. Because if we're doing these things and we start feeling confident in our own business, and this could be like really focusing on your social media if you're going to be doing social media for clients. If this is documented processes, then you should have your processes and your business documented. So start thinking this way, because then once you have it done for your business, it's going to build that confidence, and that confidence is going to come across in your body language, in the way that you talk, in the examples that you use, and it's going to help you to be able to get more of those high ticket clients when you're doing these discovery calls, or it even comes across on your social media. So all of these things are super important. What you need to do is I would look at your business and do a business audit. This is going to be really helpful as we get ready to set goals, especially if you're starting to think of the new year and like all the different goals that you want to be setting. This is going to be really important. So I want you to look at your own systems. Do you have systems in place? If not, well, now you have something to work on. You want to identify the gaps and also the opportunities. One of the things that we talk about in our boot camp, which if you have not done one of our boot camps, we have one coming up. It is on January 7th. And so you can go to operationselevated.com/strategic-edge. That is going to tell you when our next boot camp is. But in our boot camp, one of the things that we do is we do a SWOT analysis. So SWOT stands for, first we look at our strengths, then we look at our weaknesses, we look at our opportunities, and we look at our threats. This is going to help us give us a good overview of what is going on in our business and where are some of those opportunities that we can look at to start implementing in the next 90 days. So this helps us to identify those gaps and the opportunities to start making goals of what are the things that we are going to be working on. If it's something as you're looking through this, I want you to step back and not look at this as this is my business and it's me. I want you to look at it as it's a separate entity. Treat your business like your client. This is a very different mindset shift, and this is massive. That it's not, because when, especially if like you are a solo entrepreneur, you're doing this all by yourself, it's hard to see where's that division between me and my business, because you are your business. But if you like make that line, draw that line in the sand, that there's you and the skill sets that you have, but then you have your business and you look at your business as your client, it's going to help you to start looking at things a little bit differently. And it's going to help you start being able to see some of those gaps, because when we're too close to things, it's really hard to be able to see and find all of those holes. But if we can distance ourselves a little bit, it's going to really help. So I want you to look at your business and start seeing where are some of those opportunities and things that maybe you would do for another client, but you're not doing for yourself. And start putting out a plan, putting together a plan of how are you going to start doing that for your business, because your business is your client. This is going to help you so much when you are building up that confidence. You can use yourself as a case study. You can say, this is where I was at, and then I was able to do XYZ, and now this is where I'm at in my business. And that is going to speak volumes. I'm so excited for you to go through and look at your business and do a little business audit and see what are the things that you can improve on in your next 90 days.